Hi guys, so hopefully you enjoyed the scallops. So we're going to go on to the beef course now. So all of these things are labelled on the red, we've got the recipe card as well. So I'll go through the bits in the bag for you. So we've got the cauliflower steaks, which we cut up, that's one each. And then we've got the ribeye steak, which has been backpacked individually, so it's one between two. We've got the beef stew, which has all been labelled red. We've got the black mushroom puree. Then we've got a little bit of butter, very small amount, to go with the steak. If you want a bit more, you're more than welcome to add some more. We've got the truffle cheese sauce, and then we've got, last but not least, is the fondant potatoes with some garlic and thyme in there as well. So I've gone through the first steps. Depending on how you like the steak, it's on the recipe card time-wise. I have mine rare to medium, but the longest will be the cauliflowers. So they've already been sprayed with an oil, but we've got a roasting tray there, so we're going to roast them on the tray. So if you want to go through a bit quicker over time, you can cut them into smaller pieces. So I'm going to cut mine probably about that off the end. I'll cut the other end off as well, just to make it ready to go for the travelling purposes, and on the end as well. So like that, and then you've got the other one there as well. I'm just going to do it for one. I'll put it on a baking tray because I've got it ready. So we've got the tray like that. You put a bit of steak on. A little drizzle of olive oil you can have. And we'll do that on the other side as well. Like that. A little season of salt. I'm actually going to change my mind, and I'm going to put it into the pan just to get a nice colour, and then we'll put it into the oven afterwards. So we want to put it into the root side down first, like almost like a steak almost. So my pan's been on nice and hot. I'm going to turn the temperature up, and I'll get the baking tray ready to go on the side, and I'll add a little drizzle of oil, stop things burning. Right, so then we're going to go on to the steak, which is the next thing. So, it's quite a big steak, which is for two, but we're going to carve it at the end, so it should be all fine. I'm going to take the baking tray, or not another baking tray, just for the seasoning purposes and keep everything like that. So, going to season it really well, all over, and then oil together as well. Bit of nice rub. Really with the steak as well, you want to bring it up to room temperature. It just cooks quicker and it cooks better than it is. So oil one side and on the other. You don't want too much oil, so I'm going to do a bit of nice rub. So all the seasoning goes round. And that's like that. Just going to wash my hands. So we're going to check the cauliflower, how it's going. Got a pair of tongs ready, that's what you need. We'll just get in there, I'll show you. Like that, we want a little bit more colour. So we're almost there to go into the oven. We'll get it in like that. So the pan is really starting to steam now. So we're going to get the steak in there. When you put the steak in, you want to put it away from yourself to stop any splashes. So we're going to put it like that and then put it away. Nice press. But a bit of oil in, fan on, stop everywhere smoking. A little bit of oil in there as well. We've got the butter, which is going to go in at the end once it's got a nice colour. On the fondant potatoes, we're actually going to use the garlic and the thyme in there to go in the pan. So we'll take the top off. It's already been cooked, so we've got a little sprig of thyme and a little garlic in it. The potatoes have been cooked in big fat, but we want to get a nice good sear on them. So we're going to put them into the pan with cauliflower. So the cauliflower should be almost there. Yeah, lovely nice colour on that, as you can see. Nicely roasted. I'm going to put that onto the baking tray. The oil I'm going to pour over the top, just a bit of flavour. And we're going to get that straight into the oven. Probably needs about, depending on your size, obviously the thinner you cut it, the quicker it's going to be. But probably about 8 to 10 minutes again into the oven on 180. Right, so the steak is now steaming. Put it down a little bit, we don't want it to stuck the place out. We're a really nice crusted kind of golden colour on there, and that's really what we want. And then back onto the other side. So we're going to go for the big fat potatoes now. We're going to get the same pan from the cauliflower, a little bit more oil. There we go. So we're going to get them in there, and we're a really nice, lovely golden crispiness on the outside. In the middle, we want it really, really fluffy. So with the steak, we're going to go next. So we've got our small little butter, garlic. What I like to do is with the garlic is just come in there to go in the pan. So we'll take the top off. It's already been cooked, so we've got a little sprig of thyme and a little garlic clove. The potatoes have been cooked in big fat, but we want to get a nice good seal on them. So we're going to put them into the pan with cauliflower. So the cauliflower should be almost there. Yeah, lovely nice colour on that, as you can see. Nicely roasted. I'm going to put that onto the baking tray. The oil I'm going to pour over the top, just a bit of flavour. And we're going to get that straight into the oven. Probably needs about, depending on your size, obviously the thinner you cut it, the quicker it's going to be. But probably about 8 to 10 minutes again into the oven on 180. Right, so the steak is now steaming. Put it down a little bit, we don't want it to stuck the place out. We're a really nice crusted kind of golden colour on there, and that's really what we want. And then back onto the other side. So we're going to go for the big fat potatoes now. We're going to get the same pan from the cauliflower, a little bit more oil. There we go. So we're going to get them in there, and we're a really nice, lovely golden crispiness on the outside. In the middle, we want it really, really fluffy. So with the steak, we're going to go next. So we've got our small little butter, garlic. What I like to do is with the garlic is just take your knife, be careful, and just give it a little crush, or you can cut it into two, get more flavour and aroma out. So the steak's almost there. As you can see, there's a nice colour in there. So I'm going to add the garlic and the thyme. Try and get it into the fat, and almost the thyme gets the flavour of that. We'll check the potatoes. So they're almost there. You can kind of, so I can show you that way. They're getting a nice colour on there. They want a little bit more. A really nice golden crispiness. So the thyme's in there now. To stop the thyme and the garlic burning, which we don't really want, I'm going to put it on top of the steak and the garlic. And then we're going to add the butter. Butter's going to start foaming really quickly, so I tend to take off the pan. Otherwise you're going to burn the butter. I've got a spoon at the ready. So basically what I want to do, it's probably easier for me, but I'll try and show my best. We're going to flip the pan up. We've got the butter in there. I'm actually going to baste the steak, adding the thyme and the garlic. And just all the nice deep fats and juices. And we just want to have that on there, so it's really, really kind of all the flavours in there. So we'll leave that just for a few seconds, and I'm going to take on the potatoes, which are ready to rumble. Perfect. So you can see them, nice colour on there. All the big fats come out. So we're going to get ready on the steak now to go into the oven. So depending on yours, I'm going to go 3 to 4 minutes. Got to double check. 3 to 4 minutes on my steak, which is about medium rare. So I'm going to get the steak on there. Be careful. With thyme and garlic on top, and then pour all that butter and fat and oil all onto the top of the steak so it gets really crispy. I think we're there with the potatoes as well. We're going to get them into the, you can have them into the same pan or the cauliflower or to the steak, doesn't really matter. And again as well, there's some beef fat in there, so you can pour a little bit over your steak and your potatoes. And that's it there. We'll get them into the oven and then I'll show you the purees and the cheese sauce. Right guys, so beef's in the oven, potatoes and the cauliflower. I'm going to go through the other little bits. So obviously all the ones with the red label. So the first one is the sauce. The sauce is ready to go and we're going to make it hot. So I've got a pan on, nice and hot, or not too hot, or a medium heat. And really want to warm that up. Don't want to reduce it too much because then it will kind of go a bit too salty. Then next of all we've got the cauliflower and truffle cheese sauce. Then we've got the mushroom puree. So, really simple, we want to heat them up and just get them hot, to be honest with you. So, it don't take too long. If you're going for a medium rare steak, once your steak's in, then I would start warming your bits up. So we've got that in there. And then the cheese sauce, same again. If you prefer to put things in the microwave, you always can do, but I don't want to do that. So make sure you get all your cheese sauce out. This is all for 2 people as well. Like that. So we're almost there. I'm going to get my plate in the oven to make sure it's hot. And steak's almost there as well, the medium rare. So really we want to heat up the mushroom puree, which is going in there. It doesn't take too long really to heat up because there's not much really there to heat up. Same with the sauce and the cauliflower cheese. So we're going to heat that up, and that's going to get poured over the cauliflower. All these things are ready to go, so they don't take too long to heat up again. Don't want to burn them. We're going to get the steak out to rest. So the amount of time you cook your steak for, you want to rest for. So if you cook for 4 minutes, you want to rest it for about 4 minutes as well. So I'm going to leave the cauliflower in there. This is quite a big thick steak. I'm just going to take the steak out and leave the potatoes in. So I'm going to place the potatoes onto the cauliflower tray. Take the steak out. So take the sauce off, don't reduce it like I said. So it's nice and hot now, put that to the back. And at the last minute we're going to heat up again. Cauliflower cheese is coming on well. The sauce is almost there. So I'm just going to rest the steak. And put that on there. You can leave the garlic on there as well. Put that over here. So with the sauce, we're going to pour it over the steak, and then we're going to put it, pour it over the cauliflower, and then we're going to put it back into the oven again. So we've got it like that. So I'm going to take your spoon. Pretty simply, you can leave some back for afterwards, or you can pour it on now. I'm going to pour about 2 spoons worth over my cauliflower. Give it a nice good spread. Also like cauliflower cheese, but a bit of a posher version. So like that. So we're going to let the steak rest now, and then we're going to put the potatoes and the cauliflower back in, just to kind of crisp up the cauliflower cheese. And I'm going to heat it up again to 200. So while the steak's resting, we're pretty much there. So we're just going to wait on wait for about 3 minutes now.